Hello everyone and welcome to the Grey Zone Warfare community stream or dev stream, whatever. Guys, welcome. Hopefully you can hear us and see us as you should. If not, please let us know
As soon as possible.
as soon as possible. As always, I am Jakub, your community manager, and here I'm joined by Jacek, our QA lead. Welcome.
Hello.
It's becoming sort of, usual, you being here.
Tradition, yeah.
I'm glad, by the way. That's super cool. I also know that your parents are watching, so
Yes.
hello.
Cześć, mamo.
Cześć, mamo. Yeah. Nice. So, guys, we have a lot to talk about. We have been quite busy recently, and we're going to be talking about how busy specifically we were because we have recently released a new patch, and by recently I mean yesterday.
Yes.
And you can already look forward to a brand new hotfix coming
Yes.
soon. And we're also going to be teasing the upcoming patch, which is 3.3 right now.
Yes.
Yeah? And maybe even something more, right?
And maybe something more. We didn't decide if it's gonna be standalone patch or if we're gonna join them. It's like hard to answer that right now because it's more technical, I
Yeah.
would say.
And speaking of technical, at a certain point, Johanny, our tech director, is going to join us. He's currently not even in the office. So when he arrives, he's just going to jump in and you guys are going to be able to ask him all those technical questions. He's here to talk about optimization and some of the issues that you guys have been experiencing related to some of the VRAM leaks and so
Yeah.
on. So this is the person to ask. He's going to be here in short time. So. But before we do that, we have some yapping to do, right?
Yes.
As always. So let me start by saying that 2 weeks ago we were at Game Access. Game Access, big deal in Czech Republic. It's the biggest Czech gaming conference, right?
It's quite fun.
It's very fun. We had a lot of time at Game Access. We were actually the general sponsor there. And we would like to thank all of you guys that came to the booth in person and thanked us or hang out with us or played the game or, like drank our beer and so on. So it was a lot of fun, and we thank you for that. We also thank lovely moderators and game masters from the community, Yoda and Altair, who actually were there in person and joined us on the stream. If you missed that, everything is on our YouTube channel, so check it out. And we would also this is a perfect opportunity to also thank all the other mods that are helping us, maintain this community healthy and not
Yes,
toxic and so
yes,
on.
yes.
So you guys are legends. Thank you so much for that. So yeah. Other good news from Game Access is actually the fact that we were doing charity there,
We did.
which was actually related to these cups, if you can see them.
Hopefully,
Yeah. These lovely cups, they are specifically made for that event, and everyone who visited our booth was able to buy one of these, and all the funds we raised from purchases of these cups went to a charity. And this is a charity that we mentioned several times in the past. This is a charity for kids that are looking for stem cells donors because they have rare cancer disease,
Yes.
So I'm happy to say that we have raised over 58 Czech crowns, which translates to approximately $2,500. So yeah, I mean,
Amazing.
amazing. Yeah, we had fun and we raised some money for good cause. So
Yeah. And people got beer, so
people got
it
beer.
was a good trade, I would say.
I would also mention one other fact that we started this initiative trying to save a 2-year-old girl called Madlenka, and she had only very limited time to find the donor. And I'm happy to say that the experimental treatment that she's receiving is taking effect, and Madlenka is okay. So good news all around. And now let's talk about some other good news that was preceded by some bad news. So Twitch drops.
Yes.
That was some headache for you as well, no?
Big one. We did the Twitch drops. We tested it very extensively, but we couldn't test it in the capacity that you guys created with over, I think, 900,000 rewards within 2 weeks. Claimed, and we just were not prepared for such activity, I would say. So we're really sorry for fuck up, but it's time, to pay our dues,
Yes,
and we're trying to fix that.
well, actually, speaking of that, you guys, we put out a message to all of you guys who participated in the Twitch Twitch drop campaign and haven't received your rewards. So we gave you the opportunity to join in through a Google form with your contact information and all of that. And so that is already closed as of today, I think.
I think so, yeah.
And today we are actually beginning the distribution of the rewards to those people that applied through the form.
Yes.
Having said that, those that didn't make it will still get their rewards if they haven't received them, because we have deployed a general solution, but it might take some time for you to get these, you know. So this was like
Yes.
this form application was a short way to circumvent the waiting period, you know. Yeah. So like we said, we Lannisters always pay their debts, and
Yes,
so does Madfinger Games. So
we are
guys,
really sorry again, but you know.
yeah. All right, so Twitch drops campaign, that's out of the way, and now we are going to try. We are going to try to connect with with Foxic, because we have sent Foxic maybe as a reward, maybe as a punishment to Rust Haven, which is actually a LARP event in Czech Republic, where many interesting people meet up and hang out, and everything is set in like a post-apocalyptic junk town, basically. So you can see the sandals already. Okay, Foxic, tell us everything about Rust Haven and what you're doing there. And why are you dressed like a hobo?
Did Vulture steal your clothes?
I take big offense at that. You sent me here. Okay, so hi, this is Dominic, our marketing director, the big boss of everyone related to marketing.
Hi guys.
Hello. Then we have Jimmy here. I don't know if he can switch the camera to him. Which is yes, he can do it. Do it right now. Give me the camera.
No.
Here we have Jimmy, who is actually the person who made the trailer and the amazing trailer that everyone loved so much.
Hey, Jimmy.
And yeah, so in short, Rust Haven is a post-apocalyptic festival where people are focusing on like kind of semi-LARPing the post-apocalyptic experience. We have a lot of people here, which you cannot see right now because unfortunately the opening ceremony just started. But overall, people are just hanging out, trying out, like visiting talks about like topics related to the apocalypse, and everything like is sort of militaristic, and that's one of the reasons why we are here. The other reason is that we love it here. Dominic has been coming here for years. How many times have we been here?
For the sixth time already.
Six times. This is my second year here. Jimmy, this is her fourth.
Yes, it is. I will speak instead of him.
Okay.
And Mara will come tomorrow.
Oh yeah, Mada's coming tomorrow, which is gonna be fun. And there's also gonna be some interesting people thanks to I think we can turn around. We have a booth here where we first of all are here as Grey Zone Warfare, but also Bohemia Interactive is here, and also Stalker 2 is here. And there will be some interesting people who we might be able to talk to them and ask them some stuff. But yeah, here we can see that you can play Grey Zone Warfare at Rust Haven. It's like I said, like a lot of the post-apocalyptic themes are military based, so it only made sense for us to be here, especially since we love it here and it's in the Czech Republic, right? And Rust Haven wanted to increase the presence of Czech game dev in here, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, like half of the organizers are from the game dev, or it was like that before, but now it's like a little bit mixing. But yeah, like it's really good, cool event, and yeah. What else I can say?
Yeah, that's about it. Anything you would like to hear, Jakub?
What is that on your face? Is that dirt, or is that the Grey Zone Warfare tattoo?
How dare you? How dare you call this beautiful thing dirt? No, we have temporary tattoos. At least I hope they're temporary. Let me see. Is it there? Fuck. Okay. Well, they might not be as temporary as I hoped, but yeah, we have Grey Zone Warfare tattoos, and we might be able to give it to someone here, right?
Yeah, like what is actually cool that
Hey, can you do that with their consent, please?
Yeah, the whole event started like I don't know 1 hour ago, and we have already first player here, and he's playing our game. He came to our booth.
Yeah, that's especially like amazing because these Bohemia Interactive people spend the past hour just like having boxes with merch here built up, right? Like for example, this, you know, a hat. It's okay.
Oh, get that
I
out
don't
of
know what
here.
this is.
Get that out of
I don't know
here.
what
What
this
is
is.
that? Oh, that's human
A
flesh.
human
Okay.
human steak pristine. Then we have some Chenadus
Hey,
guide.
stop
Yeah,
doing
don't
Yes,
promote
yes,
them.
doing
What
ads
yes.
what
to
the hell?
KT. What are
Yeah,
you doing,
Explain.
man? Come
They
on.
gave me socks. I can't help it.
They gave you. Did
Okay.
they bribe you?
that's a bribery, you know.
Yes, they did. They did.
But we
Well,
will
okay
tattoo them.
then.
Yes, we will tattoo
bring
them.
bring something back to the office.
Don't worry. All right. Uh,
It's
yeah.
okay. Hey,
So
can
We're
we
not mad. We're just disappointed.
keep going with the stream,
I'm used
guys?
to that. Yeah. We can go on.
Yeah.
Is that everything you wanted
That's
to know?
that's everything. We have plenty to go through, so yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All
Hey,
right.
thank you for the
Sorry.
report. Thank you for being our on-site correspondent, and please hang in there and tell us all the stories that you.
Is this?
Bye, guys.
Ciao,
Bye,
ciao.
bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
I should be paid for this.
Okay, well, that's Matt Finger
Yeah,
for you.
mom, dad, I'm sorry. They are normal. I promise.
What a stream to tune into, right?
Yeah, amazing. Also, fun fact: those temporary tattoos, like half of the office couldn't take them off for like 2 weeks. So
Get fucked. Okay, that should be fun then tomorrow at the office. All right, so let's keep it going, right?
Yes.
Because we still have a bunch of things to go through, and one of them is community events.
Ah.
So, really important thing, something that we have already addressed in the latest patch. We're going to be talking about the patch momentarily, but something that we have addressed is also some of the issues that we had with the custom servers. Custom servers, of course, being servers that certain people right now within the community and the creator community got access to, and this allows them to create their own private server and invite people via code to join this server and have like a a more custom experience. Part of this is also that you can disable all the AI, and instead of that, have 126 players all in one server at once. And why I'm talking about this is that Altair, our amazing community game master, together with Ty and Infinity SWAT, those are all fantastic game masters, they are going to be running a major event throughout the weekend. I think it's tomorrow.
Yes, probably.
Well, the reason okay, so you're going to find out all the information at this website. This website. This is a community website, community-powered website, and here all the community game masters are putting all the information about the upcoming events. What we're also trying to do is a little bit, give them a little bit like a storyline or something like that to have people jump in, have as much fun as possible, and come back the next week because these are happening weekly. And this particular event is going to be slightly special because we are testing the 126 players.
Yes. So it might be buggy, but hopefully it will run smooth.
Yeah, we are essentially treating it as like a stress test, having people join in droves, and also if we fill in the 126 player capacity, what we're going to do is the game masters are ready to turn in a second or even a third server. So we might have like up to 360 players, going at it in the game. So join in. Let us know how it felt, because if this stress test is a success, we're going to be running these events more often in larger numbers, and we're going to encourage some of the content creators to do the same. So you guys are going to have access to much different Grey Zone Warfare experience. Yeah?
Yep.
I don't know if I should tease one event that is coming.
I don't know which one.
So okay, so you don't even know about it probably.
Whisper.
Yeah, whisper into the microphone. Yeah. So I will tease something a little bit with the 126 players. you will be able to have very asymmetric gameplay, you know, where you will have a squad or two of heavily armed people, and then maybe like 100 of people that have nothing but the knives, and we can simulate some sort of like horde mode or something like that, you know.
Okay.
So we are going to try to have as much fun as possible with these custom servers. So bear with us; it should be a lot of fun. Okie doke. Do we have some? Oh, let me just say hi to some of the people in the chat. Yoda's here.
Yeah, hello.
Wifik is here. Demosh is here.
Ah,
You know
no.
this guy. Oh no. Yeah. Hey guys, it's lovely to have you here. Zombie is here as well. Wonderful. Ty.
Hi, yeah.
What's up, guys? Jonathan. Hey guys. Great. If you have any questions, feel free to. Hello, Sonic. Hey guys, if you have any questions, post them in the chat. Our lovely community manager Veronica is actually like taking all these questions and putting them in a different document that I have here, and we will be able to answer all your questions when the time comes. Yes. So, Jacek, what do you know about community localizations?
That it's coming.
Yeah, but who's going to have to do it?
Hopefully, community.
Yeah, you guys. So.
We really rely on you. We tried with this was a big topic for us in the office to localize the game. And we decided to trust you guys with the responsibility of testing it. We made sure that everything is there, but we need you.
Well, testing it is one thing, right?
Yes.
But coming up with a brand new localization in your language that is probably not one of those 11 languages that we introduced in the update 0.3, now is your time, because what we're going to be doing is Veronica is going to be sharing also a link to a Google form, and you can there we
is.
go. Look at the synchronization. This
Amazing.
is amazing. You will be able to join this this initiative by clicking the form, essentially picking your language and your Discord name. And what we're going to do is we're going to prepare a space on our main official Discord where this community, this language-based communities are going to be able to get together and translate the game into your language. We're going to try to give you as much support as we can. Of course, then we're going to be having to test it somehow. Like, we still don't know how that's going to happen.
Yeah.
You are not going to be able to help there, I guess, you know.
Kind of, but not really.
How's your Hungarian?
Amazing.
Wonderful. So this is something that is going to happen, and we're going to try to support as many languages as we can. Some of those being community translated.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And speaking of trying to expand, we are of course trying to get into different markets than just the Western market. And that means Japan, Korea, China, and so on. So I have a special shout out to give to our Chinese player who is an absolute legend, and this is Kirino. Kirino is their name, and they are amazing. Rick kindly asked me to give a shout out to this guy, so thank you so much for doing what you're doing. You're an amazing help. And also, while we're speaking on China, we are going to be at China Joy event.
Yes.
This is late July, I think, and it's in Shanghai. And we are going to have Rick and Philip, our brand manager, to being there, chatting with you guys or trying to chat. I don't know how that's going to work like, but we're going to be there as part of like an initiative of Czech indie games trying to make it in China.
That's cool. That's cool.
Thank you. That's why you're here.
I'm a hype man at this point,
I appreciate it.
I already try to drink my microphone and speak to my can, so
Yeah. Okay. So China Joy is not the only event we're going to be attending this year. Very close after this Chinese event, China Joy, is Gamescom, of course.
yes.
The biggest European event.
And the most fun, I would say, European event. For me.
Depends on how many times you've
Yeah.
been to Gamescom. For me, it's a chore at this point. But yes, Gamescom, we're coming. And the thing to mention about Gamescom is that we are actually going to be there in the business area where, the regular pass or regular tickets will not
cannot come.
will not be able to get in unless we sneak you in. But you know, maybe that's going to happen. We will do our best. But if you cannot get in, what is going to happen is we are going to be at the event, roaming around, and we are thinking of like something, you know, to if you find us and if you post a picture with us, we are probably going to get you something really cool, like some
Okay.
merch or something like that.
Sounds fun.
Sounds
but
fun.
Do those pictures have to be marketing people or everybody in company?
Anybody in the company,
Okay.
because we're going to be also distinctive with our merch, you know. So we'll give you all the details when the time comes.
So merch coming when?
Shut up. No, merch is coming, of course, but you know, this is a big undertaking as well, because we need to consider distribution in the States and distribution in Europe and distribution in Asia and so on. So we're working on it, guys. Yes, merch. Yes. Grumpy Bear. Yes, merch is coming. You're not introducing zombies and aliens, are you? I don't think we ever promised anything like that.
I don't think so.
No.
But who knows?
Who knows? But yes, maybe
far-
maybe something is going to, well, something has to be in the ground zero, right?
Something has to be there, but nobody knows what, to be fair.
All right, now is the perfect time then to address your questions. Like I said, we have a bunch already, so let me just try to get through them. Alex Aguera is asking, this is your question for you, I guess. When will the glitched keys from Narith be fixed? This is pertaining ATC, SROFC, and HQREC.
I will say yes.
Okay, there you have it.
I'm not sure. It's gonna be. I don't want to promise. It might be 3.3. It might be later. We're now cooking the 3.21 build and 3.3 build. So there are some fixes that will come, but I'm not really sure which one. If this is addressed, to be fair.
Okay, but we are aware of it.
We are aware of it.
Okay. People are asking about better grenade throwing animation. I think this was addressed when the designers were sitting on the couch,
Yes.
and they were saying that yes, we are aware of this, we want to improve it, and also we want to introduce maybe some other ways of throwing grenades, like undertoss and stuff like that.
Yes,
So
yes.
we are aware of your feedback, guys. Bear with us. Can we expect custom or private servers for rent or purchase anytime soon? I mean, it depends on what you think
depends.
soon.
Like
Yeah.
the reasoning of custom servers being available only for the influencers now is also a test, to see how much are we able to handle.
Yeah.
So with that saying, maybe at one point we'll do them and more available to the public. But so far it's such a fresh feature that we want to iterate and do more customizations and more stuff like that. So you guys have the more polished version.
Yes. Well, and if you don't want to wait for the custom servers, there is always the community servers, community custom servers. We are supplying our community with enough right now. So join. Can we still have the link?
Yes.
Yes. So there. I mean, let me tickle it. So you can join these and this website, and there you will find all the information about how to join the events. Naturally, though, we want to give you guys the access to these, but this is going to still take some time.
Sorry. Yes.
What's happening?
Can we get a Jacek hair flip?
Like an emote. All right, guys. More questions. Any chance of some cinematic tools in PvE? This is also a good question. So what we're doing right now is, speaking of the custom servers, we are already now giving you access, those that are the admins of these servers. And this is once again like experimental feature. We're testing it, improving it, iterating, is free cam.
Yes.
And the free cam is very basic right now. You can fly around the battlefield, the island, get some really cool shots. If you want to see how this works in action,
Watch our stream.
well, I was about to say watch somebody who's more talented than me trying to do this. Is Glit. This is a really talented British guy, former British Marine or fuck, I don't know if he's Marine, former British Army, or you know.
Many names.
And these guys actually are veterans, and they are playing the game as veterans, but they are also using the free cam because they are on the custom server. And Johanny is here. Hey, come join us, man. Royal Marine Commando. Sorry, that's it. You will be passing the thing. Hey, man, what's up?
Good.
Welcome back. It's been some time.
What?
Welcome back on the couch.
Oh yeah, on the oh, you mean on the stream? I was like, dude, I was on home office one day.
So, just a brief reintroduction of Johanny. You can see it on the screen, but welcome our technical director. Johanny is here always to talk about how the game performs and what we're doing in order for the game to perform even better, right? So, I do have a couple of questions for you, Johanny. First of which, however, is of private nature. How is fatherhood?
Oh yeah, it's treating me great.
Wonderful.
Love it.
Wonderful.
It's very nice.
Okay. So yeah, congratulations to Johanny, who recently became a father. It's a wonderful
Yes.
thing to see this family grow.
Oh
yeah. Best of luck with that. It's a journey.
It's been going great. Only one trip to the hospital. So far.
Only one. Well, good. Okay, so Johanny, is there something that you would like to say off the bat? How do you feel about the game's performance right now, as it is at this very point?
Well, it's better
Then
before.
before meaning.
Like 02 was not so great, right? 03 is better because we now have the option to turn off Lumen. We made all sorts of other optimization. The weather actually brought some performance improvements because now the sunny weather is still the most expensive one because of the sun shadows. And the rain actually helps a lot. You know, it's less of a, how to say it?
Strain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
than the sunny weather. So now you have like more weathers and you will enjoy better performance. We will, with time, try to, flatten all of this so that all the weather are performing the same. But yeah, it's still like a journey. 03 is not the end of the performance improvement. So far, it was very much a focus on like code, not so much on content. And this is like the thing we will be looking into, that our content is already somewhat optimized, but we know for sure that there is room for improvement there. And so now it's more a collaboration between code and art. And actually the heavy lifting will be on the art department with this one, because they will be making the simplification, because now we are out of the territory where we can do those macro optimizations like across the game. And we need to get to the details and really go into each texture, into each material, and really get some performance out of there. So like now it's not like we do 10 big optimization for everything. We will be doing hundreds.
Nice.
So it will be time consuming, but we have good tech art people, so I'm faithful that we can get to it.
Yeah. It is also quite important, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so while we have you here, there is something that we would like to address, and that is recently there was a lot of reports and complaints about RAM and VRAM leaks.
Yep.
So here, perfect opportunity for us to explain what is the difference between RAM and VRAM,
Right.
and what leak is, and then we can go into why is this happening.
Yeah. Why was it happening, actually?
Okay.
So RAM is like the main memory for the game, for any software that runs on your PC, even consoles, etc. Essentially, you have like RAM, which is really fast. It's much faster than your hard drive, and this is where we put like the stuff that the program is using to run on top, right? The RAM is mostly used by the CPU, the processor, and the VRAM is exclusively dedicated to the graphics processor, the GPU, right? So your graphic card, it has RAM that is usually faster, actually, but more expensive. So this is why we usually don't have the same speeds on the CPU side, right? So that's the difference. Everything that is required for graphics will be in the VRAM. Everything that is required for the simulation, physics, collisions, the world map, AI, etc. All of these things are living in the RAM. well, not AI, because in our case they're running on the server. So yeah, so that's in the RAM of the server. But whatever. Okay, if it would be a solo game, it would be like that.
And what about the leakage?
Right. So leaks, basically, we have the program has to allocate the memory. So we ask the operating system, in most of the cases it's Windows. Hey, I need I don't know, 2 megabytes of RAM to store, I don't know, something like the hit points of all the AIs or something like that. And as you create entities in the game, you will allocate the RAM, and in case of a good game, when you no longer need those entities, they will be destroyed and you need to return the RAM to the system, right? A leak is the action of you not returning the memory to the system when you're no longer using it. Now, it sounds very simple. It's hell. Like, memory management is one of the great bane of programming. It's like one of the hard topics. This is why people invented languages where it's physically impossible to leak RAM, etc. We're using C++ because we have to make it fast. Like, those other languages are usually not so fast. Unreal Engine also simplifies memory management for us, but there's still cases where we can make mistakes. These mistakes usually happen when we hold references to objects which will prevent their destruction, because as long as an object is referenced, it won't be garbage collection for the win. I see we have a programmer in the chat. So we had some references that were not cleared when they should have, and this led to RAM leaking. Same thing on the GPU, because we had those entities staying in the RAM. Then Unreal doesn't destroy the textures, doesn't destroy the 3D models that are in the VRAM. So yeah, this is the kind of issues we had. And then we had another thing which apparently is fixed, and it's not even our own doing, it's NVIDIA's. The latest driver is apparently fixing one of the big leak we have since 03. So everyone that's running an NVIDIA GPU update to the latest, the in-game pop-up will tell you, hey, what are you doing? Go back to this previous version. Don't trust it anymore. We will be updating the pop-up so that it encourages players to download this version, the latest one, right? This was confirmed by our greatest virtual Yoda.
Oh, okay, good. Greetings to Yoda once again.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of NVIDIA, NVIDIA and AMD collaboration, is there anything you can tell us on that front?
I mean, we're speaking with them like on a weekly basis about like all sorts of issues. I didn't receive yet details about this fix that they apparently did for us on the latest driver. Like, we were discussing with them for a different fix, which was like stability issues, like mostly crashes. But yeah, I think maybe they discovered like some, I don't know. I will not make an assumption on the stream. That's not very fancy. And same thing, like
because
with
we're all
AMD.
fancy.
So I actually emailed them today to tell them about some issues that we can see in our analytics with the VRAM. There is a high VRAM usage that happens on the high-end GPUs, mostly of AMD. So now they're aware, and we are, waiting for the answer. But great collab, still going.
FSR4?
FSR4 is still in the hands of AMD. We're still trying our best to like unblock them on everything. They tend to run into issues because they don't know our game as good as we have, and so we have to, provide them some troubleshooting, help them figure out how they can run things. So yeah, I know it's overdue, but we're still trying. We will get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, guys.
Yeah, and I saw a question about anti-lag. Anti-lag won't be in the near future, sadly. I think it's most likely that it will come in the next major update.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anything you can share about the server stability and that sort of thing?
Yeah, okay. So stability-wise, since we pushed 0.32 yesterday, there was no server crash. None. Not.
Okay.
Walou.
That's quite impressive, yes.
So we're finally happy. with this, but we made some changes to the matchmaking algorithm to try and pack players more on instances to make the gameplay more fun, right? And it seems that packing players more on machines means more compute, more load, and it means that there's some performance problem at the moment. It seems to be a bit across the board, mostly in the highly populated regions, so like Europe, US, even China, Hong Kong. Yeah. So what we're doing is that we made some config changes so that there's not as many instances per machine, so that the load on the CPU is lower. And in the next hotfix, we are adding some performance optimization that we didn't have time to make till today because it was,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're of
So-
course talking about this is the 3-2-1.
Yes.
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah.
Any idea when to expect this hotfix?
Well, we can speak about the plan, and a plan is just a list of things that can go wrong.
Yeah,
So,
we always say it here, this is game dev. Things are about to change,
Yeah. So the plan is that we will release it to experimental next Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next Thursday.
Not, in a week.
We need capacity to test those changes. Please join experimental on Thursday, if it's gonna be Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacek is very right. Like, we are making quite some ambitious changes there because, we were speaking about RAM usage and leaks. Leaks are just one facet of the problem. We are also aware that the game uses a lot of RAM, and sometimes it's not a leak, it's intended. But, well, it's not intended, but it's not per se a leak. And we are making, part of this hotfix will be a big change to memory management for Scala. In the handling of tiles and the vegetation on them. We were not freeing some stuff, or like we were not aggressively clearing things that were not necessary anymore. Essentially a leak, but it was like
Intended leak.
intended.
Okay.
No, okay, whatever.
Okay.
But this change is a bit risky, so we need like as many people on this thing as possible.
Yeah.
And this hotfix will be huge for a second reason, and this is the fact that we may have finally identified one of the big reasons why GPU crashes are occurring. So we have a batch of 7 fixes, I believe, and also changes to the content because, thanks to Epic's help this time, we identified some corrupted asset in the world map that might have been causing crashes for a while. So we fixed more than 100 assets in the game that were corrupted that we didn't notice because it was very sneaky. And there's also like 5 or 6 fixes that we took from Epic repository upstream. Like, these things are not even like technically they will be part of Unreal Engine 5.7. So you can imagine like that these fixes have been made like in the recent months, and they are not even planned to be in the mainstream Unreal Engine in the near future. But because we want to address all the problems you guys are facing, we are doing the extra work to bring those fixes that are like just available by Epic into our game. This is like kind of the endeavor because the code changes a lot from minor Unreal Engine version to another, and so we have to take the code, understand what they wrote, rewrite it to adapt it to the new version of the engine, and then we can have it. So yeah, we really hope that the next patch will bring like much improvement to the client stability.
Yeah. So this is, very nice explanation, and maybe some of you guys who are always like just optimize the game, you might realize that it's much more complicated than it seems. It's not something like, oh shit, we forgot to optimize the game.
Oh no, we forgot to press the optimize button again.
Yeah. Okay,
Silly.
guys, this is the moment where we are going to start talking about all the important stuff that happened. Jacek, I will ask you to move to your station. You will have access to microphone, so we can still hear you, and you will be able to comment what we're going to be talking about. But we promised people a deep dive into the latest patch, and that's why we're here. Johanny, if you have anything that you would like to add to these things that I'm going to be reading, feel free to shout. Jacek, same deal, yes? If you overhear something important, let me know. But let me start with the big one, something that we have advertised quite a lot, and we're happy that we have made the first step towards addressing this is the contrast slider during the night. You know,
Yes.
the main issue is we really like issue. Yeah, it is an issue,
It is an issue.
because it's like not intended. We don't intend people to play the game this way, and that is by sliding the contrast slider to a lower value, and all of a sudden your night becomes day, and you negate the need for NVGs or flashlights. So first part of fixing this was actually addressing the NVGs, making them a little bit more usable and enjoyable to use. So we addressed that in a hotfix right after the 0.3 was released, and this next step is patch 0.3.2, where we actually limit the amount where 3.2.
3.2.
3.2 is the one that went out
That we did-
yesterday.
oh, yeah, okay.
This
Sorry,
one,
sorry,
this
sorry.
one,
My bad, my bad.
this one, basically gives you a lower range to toggle the slider, which is going to lead to the dark actually being dark. But, and we have advertised this before on the stream from Game Access, this is not the final solution. This is not how we intend this to be. We are working on a more permanent solution, which is going to come with the upcoming patches. But we're still not happy with the results. And also one other important component is that we cannot introduce this without also addressing the AI, So
Yeah,
getting
definitely.
killed by the AI in pitch black darkness doesn't feel good ever.
Yeah, because like during the night will be really dark now, and it will be really challenging to see in the dark places. You can't gamma boost, you can't change your contrast to really see. But obviously, you will be super impaired, and we need to also make sure that the AI will be the same, because otherwise, you won't have a good time.
You won't have a good time. That said, the AI hears things, right? And we have said this multiple times. So sometimes they will spray and pray to where they heard you, or the shots coming from. So some of the reports that we're getting is like, oh, the AI aimbotted me or something like that. You're loud, sometimes you're loud.
Yeah,
So
just shoot and move.
shoot and move. Yeah, that's a
ideal,
good point. Can we have Jacek's gameplay also on the screen? Nice. Rocking that SVD. Wonderful. So the next thing that we should address is, Jacek, this is your field of expertise. My favorite bug. The
Minecraft Fire.
the armor's not working if you put the rig over it.
Yeah, so the fix is there, and guys, there is an important thing that we did is showcasing where are you protected from. So when you open and inspect your plate, you can see here which side are you protected from. If you get shot from the side, like here, I don't know if you can guys see it, this is not gonna protect you. Like you will get one shot because it's also on the height of lungs, So this is not an issue. We know about it. Just pay attention when you select your vests, your rigs, and stuff, where they are protected.
Yeah. We sometimes get reports like, how is it possible that I died from a shot to a shoulder or something like that, But you have to realize that we're really simulating the ballistics to reflect, the authenticity of real engagements. And if the high enough caliber hits you in the shoulder, it penetrates from the shoulder into your torso and makes a lot of, damage inside your body. So
Yep.
count on that when getting mad at us.
Yes.
Okay, the next big thing is and this is an important one as well, because you guys were really complaining about this one, is we rebalanced the vendor stocks. You now have access to more things that you didn't have access prior. We realized that some people are buying all the stuff. All of a sudden, you don't have access to something that you really wanted to buy. So we have addressed that. You should see changes all across the board with all the vendors. Yeah. Really welcome change, and something that you guys have been asking for quite a lot, is to add the option to enable or disable illumination on selected scopes. So you can now do that on, and Jacek might demonstrate.
Yep.
So you can see, I will try to name all these scopes. So Pilat P2, ACOG TA01 NSN, Spectre DR, Voodoo Scope, Razer, PSO1, and Viper PST Gen 2. So those are the scopes that have received this makeover.
Mhm.
And what that means is actually you can play around with it and
Also, here to clarify, you cannot change the brightness and you cannot change the color of your liking. They are already like presets.
Mhm.
You know, the presets are made with like realistic touch, what they actually are, not like, you know, our what we want, you know.
Yeah. So that's a big deal. We really listen to you guys, and I mean, quite honestly, the plan to introduce this was there all along. But sometimes, just like the update cycle is way too short for us, and we don't have the capacity to introduce everything that we have on the to-do list.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Like some things have to be implemented by some specific people, but in this case, it's a rendering feature,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, we can't optimize the game and at the same time implement more rendering features. Like it's the same people doing the things, so we have to somehow, choose what they should do, prioritize, and yeah, we can't always do everything you guys want at once.
That's right. The other thing that made the NVGs a little bit more fun to use is that when you used to use the NVGs in and scopes in heavy rain, you sometimes would have so much pollution on those screens that it would be very difficult for you to actually see through them. So we have limited that right now, and there was also a combination where these raindrops, and the droplets on the NVGs and so on appeared dark. So we fixed that bug and limited the amount of pollution that you get on the screen. Right now the raindrops and the water splashes and everything are more towards the edges of the NVGs and so on. So you still have the sense of like your NVGs are getting like some dirt on them and some water on them, but you still they are still usable. So this is another
Also,
welcome change.
here another one thing: if you wear glasses, the amount of raindrops is reduced, but by 70%. So, like, yeah, wear glasses. Basically.
Wear glasses. Look at us.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, very. Yeah, we're the special operations here. Another big thing is conflict zone's diameter has actually been increased to 300 meters, which now makes it a little bit more difficult to gauge for where the shots are coming from and so on, and not revealing the positions of the attackers. Like we hear this a lot where you guys are saying like, hey, me actually being a sniper, and shooting
Yeah,
somebody,
definitely.
revealing my position and so on. So we are trying to make steps to mitigate this. This might not be the final solution. We'll see how you guys react on it, but we're definitely going to be listening to your feedback and iterating based on it. So let us know what you think about this increased diameter. Quick access menu now correctly displays all available tactical devices. Was an issue there.
Yes. There was one also change to PvP zones. With mortars, mortars are now not creating PvP zones, so you cannot just luckily shoot and hope that you hit someone. No, like the mortar does not trigger PvP zone.
Okay, good to know. Vomiting, new feature, new status effect
Great
that,
feature.
that could happen is when you get shot in the belly, because we have added the guts organs in 0.3, you might throw up. And sometimes when you were trying to stitch those holes up, when your guts are damaged, you would throw up at the very last second of that animation, which would completely cancel it, and you would have to start over. That's no longer going to happen.
Yep.
And one hilarious thing that we have also fixed, which is somewhere down the list, somewhere here. Yeah, this is my favorite thing, dude. You have to listen to this. You know that you have two different sizes of the surgical kits, right?
Okay.
You have the small green one
Yeah.
and the big military one, right?
Sure.
One would think then having the bigger one is better.
Yeah.
But it actually, the animation for using the surgical kit, the larger one is 2 seconds longer than the smaller one. So it's just like,
I mean, it
yeah,
makes sense,
it's
right? It's like
wonderful.
more tools, more things to go through. You know.
Yeah, I know, but still, like it's a little bit silly. So we fixed that and also removed the fact that the vomiting can actually cancel this animation. So things, putting yourself back together should be a little bit easier this time around. Something you can maybe tell us something about is several type of client crashes were fixed.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can't really go into the details of each of them. Like I've lost
I
track.
don't want you
We
to.
have like so many of them, but like we are doing our due diligence. We have great tools to identify them whenever it happens. Click the send report button. It's very important, so that we can prioritize the most impacting crashes, etc. So yeah, we're fixing a bunch every time there is more. We fix and yeah.
And a minor VRAM usage optimization was implemented.
Yes.
And so those are the notable fixes and improvements. There is a bunch of other ones. I would encourage you to go read through them. I'm just going to point out several that are kind of like, that we read a lot on the social media. So death screen was sometimes showing incorrect information about the fatal wound. That has been addressed. It should be much easier now for you to complain about getting shot in the shoulder and dying. AI NPC. Also, sorry, one other thing. This really grinds my gears, man. Like when somebody is, because when you die, you have the T-pose, right?
Oh
and
yeah,
you
it
get like,
looks horrible.
oh, I got shot in the hand and I died. Same case, guys. If you get shot in the hand by a high enough caliber, it penetrates and it kills you from,
Yeah. Like the dev screen really shows your character in the A pose, and well, you were not in the A pose when you got shot.
You were like this probably, you know?
Yes, exactly. So it penetrates and then it goes into your lungs and shit.
Exactly.
So,
And when you hit like
yeah.
this, it goes into and so on. There was also one other thing that our art director was laughing about, is that when sometimes when the guys are in the tactical position and they are like sneaking around, that they are in such a position because they're like tilted a little bit, and when you shoot them right in like this exposed area where they don't have the ballistic plate, so. Yeah, we like, guys, this is early access. We're going to be addressing all of these,
Yes.
AI NPC spawn rates for the smaller locations have been increased, so you now are going
I
to
didn't
find
know.
more resistance. Well, glad you visited.
Yeah, I'm
the stream.
super glad I'm, going to the stream so I can be more info.
There's a whole page of user interface improvements. I'm not going to go into detail. You can, read up all about it on the Steam page and everything. Localization, once again, we fixed a bunch of stuff based on your feedback, so thank you for that. In terms of graphics, some of the most notable things was when you're picking gray hair, for example, it looks like you're shining bright,
Oh, yeah,
like
it
you're
looks
using
horrible.
some product. That's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
NPC flashlights going through walls and stuff.
Yeah, in some cases, not all cases. It's like it was on the low settings, and it was like for the a guy that would be on the third person. So but I think we still have some cases with the AI. Flashlights of AIs might, or I don't remember yet. Like if
It's still there,
yeah, it's still there, and it's in the next patch.
Okay, so it's like a half step to.
Yeah, not the next hotfix, which I was teasing earlier, but like the next bigger patch, which will be
We'll get there.
033.
Okay, and also something to mention regarding this is people are constantly asking about the lights. Can you maybe tell us a little bit more about the fact that
No,
we
you
advertise that
cannot.
we are.
You
We
cannot destroy the physical street post lamps. We decided not to do it because it would look weird if there was one player who just shut everything out, and then the whole city would be black. And
Well, and also there was part of this issue was that if you would set foot from the city, everything would light up once again.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly, because we optimize the light for the long distance. Like we use a simplification, and this doesn't support like having lights turn on and off. So yeah, it would look lit, but it wouldn't be
That's so
in
lit,
close
bro.
proximity. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's
It's not. That's the problem. Okay, can we expect this in the future? Okay,
I don't know.
no commitment
I don't
here.
want to I don't want to promise anything on this. Like maybe, but like it will take some effort on the rendering team, on the tech art, to like find another simplification where we can actually do it, and
Okay.
it's not so straightforward.
Yeah, so we'll do it where we can, and the rest you guys are going to have to wait a little bit, if it's going to happen at all. Animations, like I said, the surgical kit, the hilarious one, it's, that was fixed as well. Holding ADS, for example, no longer prevents you from opening doors.
Great quality of life feature.
That's yeah.
That is the biggest improvement
Oh,
that we
yeah.
ever did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This one is my favorite because we have added supply crates used by the community game masters, the aforementioned community game masters. There are 3 right now. It's Altair, it's Thai, and it's Infinity SWAT. You guys are amazing, and we have actually added these crates that are used in the community events on weekly basis. These crates, you might recognize them. You know, I'm not going to say more. We just basically gave our community game masters a little note, so they are personalized a little bit. So you guys, you will find them, I'm sure. And then you have mentioned this already, but many locations where player could get stuck have been fixed, and there's
Oh yeah.
two pages this time around of all the locations.
About this, like this is a long battle. Like, you know, it's an open world. It's like very detailed. There's like lots of crevices, the objects everywhere. It's very hard for us to test the whole map in so much details as to find all the location where you can get stuck. So when it happens, use the in-game form, the in-game feedback form, because this gives us your exact coordinates. So if you're stuck, use the in-game feedback form to send us, hey, I'm stuck, and then we have the exact coordinates, and we can go and tweak the location to fix the bug. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, in a situation if you're stuck, remember that you can use, I think it's Alt F11, right? And you kill yourself, basically.
Yeah, that's a respawn
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So you
Um,
don't have to like disconnect from the server, lose all your gear. No, you will die, and you have a chance to get the
to
gear
get
back.
grab your gear and
But
get stuck again.
No.
No.
But obviously we couldn't do something better than that, because then otherwise it could be exploited. You know,
Yeah.
during a fight you could just die, teleport back to base with the feature, and then so we decided that it will drop the crate there, so you can't abuse it in fights to
Yeah.
escape easily.
We have also done a couple of tweaks regarding the key spawns, for example, but something that is going to be even like addressed even more is that the AI are going to carry the appropriate keys, because right now they're carrying the wrong keys for the wrong locations. This is going to be addressed in the update 0.3.3.
Okay, not this one.
Not this one, not 3.1, not 3.3.1. No, not 3.2.1, but 3.3.0. This is yeah. Not.
You're reminding me of a French movie now.
I'm reminding myself of Rain Man, dude. Option to enable disable limited stock on custom. Yeah, so custom servers have also received a bunch of improvements. I'm not going to go into detail because many of you haven't even seen them, because the custom servers are quite rarity these days. But they are not going to be.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Do you want to say something about the Twitch
Well,
drops?
the stability. There were crashes that were especially happening on the custom servers when using the free cam. So these have been fixed. I know that like a few of our custom service users were not super happy.
Yeah.
There was G-Lead, for instance, like they
Yeah.
were telling us, hey guys, we would love to make more content using custom servers, but currently we can't. We're blocked because every time we use it, we crash.
Yeah.
So we fixed those crashes.
So we're expecting more videos from G right
And
now.
maybe
Hopefully, like I love those videos
teaser.
so much.
Go and check their videos. It's amazing.
It's
They're amazing.
yeah.
And on top of that, yeah, we're adding this option where they can just have unlimited stocks on custom servers. So yeah, over this weekend on the Altair event, he will unlimit the stocks. Everyone will be able to buy as much guns as they want. Also, we boosted the equip and the stash, so you will get like a much more gear, much better things there, just by default. So yeah, you know, the goal is really to create like mayhem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 126 players.
Have like, you know, high end game feelings and big warfare feelings out of the custom service. So yeah, go check Altair's, check the website where we have the
And they
event.
also have a YouTube channel, Grace on Warfare Events. So
Perfect.
check that out. Subscribe. You are going to see some really cool shit there.
Yeah.
Okay. Last page, I promise. Last 2 pages, but I'm just going to point out here that task items connected to strike missions now properly disappear from the player's inventory if they fail the strike mission. That was a big deal. If you're carrying something super heavy and you fail and it's stuck in your inventory, that sucks, you know. So we have addressed that as well. A couple of other fixes regarding strike missions, and then there's a bunch of fixes regarding weapons, weapon animations, and ammunition. Other fixes include, you know, like getting messages from handshake twice and stuff like that. You know,
I
like
fixed
these are.
this one.
You fixed this one? Well, there you go. You know, proud owner of a bug fix right here.
You know, it's important to stay in touch with the code as a technical
right.
director. It's not easy because, you know, people want your attention all the time. But sometimes, you know, in the middle
Yeah.
of the night, you can fix something.
Okay, guys. So that is a massive patch. Jacek, do you remember how many bug fixes there were in this patch?
202.
202. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we were not being lazy.
No, no, no.
Oh no.
Never.
Oh no, we have not.
Oh, no.
And more is coming.
And also, okay, so now I'm going to talk briefly about this hotfix that is coming. This is the 321.
Yeah.
We are saying that
Thursday.
if everything goes well, Thursday, but
On
things-
experimental.
on experimental, yes. But things will probably not go well. You know, this is game dev once again. So we'll update
Well,
you.
we're being ambitious with this one. Like, we're trying to back a lot of quite somewhat risky things. That's why we didn't include them, you know. Also,
Yeah.
we didn't had those fixes sooner.
Yeah.
But like, we're not including it. We don't want to wait until 3.3 to have them because we feel like it's late, you know.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
overdue with some of those fixes. So yeah, but go and test the experimental. We really need it. You guys should make an event on it. Like
Yes,
we
so
did
this is
once
this is
in the
this is
past.
this is also something, and this brings me to actually the big topic of update or patch 3.3, because this is going to be a big one,
Oh yeah.
and we still don't know if this is going to include also the Unreal thing, which you might tell us about.
Right, yeah. So in parallel with everything we've said so far and all the things we're doing, like those 200 fixes, the 03, the hotfix and everything, the server performance, whatever, everything. In parallel with all of this, we're upgrading the engine to Unreal Engine 5.5. So it's the next major version compared to what is currently live. There's numerous improvements to stability in there. Performance a little, although to be fair, we upgraded and now it looks like the performance is a bit down. So now we're making some work to bring the performance back. We will see where that goes, where it lands. Our goal is always similar or better, never worse.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as it's not similar or better, we won't push it to you guys. So we will also need your help to test that out, but we don't know yet when it will be. Upgrading the engine is always a big endeavor.
Yep.
There's a lot of unknowns. You know, we're essentially, you know, taking 6 months worth of code from Epic, and they have like thousands of developers. So you can imagine how much of a big change it represents. So yeah,
Okay.
but
Well, this is going to require a lot of effort on our side, but also this effort is going to be, you know, a little bit easier to bear with your guys' help, and that's the reason why we were talking about also the experimental. We would love to welcome you to help us test this major and important patch, and this experimental is also going to probably run for a little bit longer than we usually run experimentals for.
we will see based on how many issues there is. Yeah, like the plan is to leave it at least for the whole weekend. It might be enough to say that things are better, stable, fixed. You know, if we don't see anything new in terms of stability, in terms of issues, then yeah, we should be able to roll it quite soon to the public.
And also, one more reason to join in is that we want to work with the community game masters once again and organize some really fun events on the experimental, really put the patch through its paces. So look forward to that. We're going to update you everywhere where we can talk to you about how to join the experimental, what kind of events to expect, and maybe also, you know, what to get in return. All right, and I have one last thing before we answer some of the community's questions. And Jacek, maybe we would like to invite you here as well, so that you can really enjoy the community's creations, because we would like to highlight some of the community's creations. We have a couple of screenshots and a couple of community clips this time around. We really want to make it a little bit special. So let's start with the screenshots. With the clips?
You might actually hear it.
We might hear it. Okay.
Let's give it a try. Shut this door. And you drag your body. Drag him.
We can't hear it.
Oh shit!
Bring him all
Someone
the way back to-
It's okay.
No, it's a grenade. You're good. You're good.
in front, in front, in front, in
Super
front,
action, by the way.
in front! Immersion!
They won't let me drag him. Fuck. There we go.
Teammate is saving the friend.
I got hit too. Holy shit! Oh, watch out! Get
Door's
on!
open. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Holy fuck!
The
That's why I
fucking
shut
flank.
the-
Get him back
Adrenaline.
further!
Shut the door.
Get him back further! Get him back
Coming from the
further!
other side.
I'm fine right here. Just shut the door.
I'm not fine. I'm scared.
Just shut the door, dude. You're fighting AI. It's not players. Just shut the door and then watch the front. Watch the front
These are.
windows.
This is crazy.
The other clip that we have is actually from the partner in crime of Full Throttle. This is Farmer, Let Farmer.
Push to me because the way I'm running is gonna get me killed.
Just come back through the hole, bro.
Just, you know,
Oh, it's Box
looting
Mangler
some
again.
corpse.
What?
So it's the same. Well, they have diamond. Are you in a coma?
No.
Oh,
Oh, just stumbling upon a player.
The way I ran, I'm bleeding.
But no armband.
Killer Cobra's not one of us, right?
No.
He was healing right
So
here.
that happens as
When
well
you
in
try to
Gray
push
Zone.
to
I
me,
mean,
'cause
like,
the way I'm running is gonna
we've
get me
all,
killed.
all been there. You are...
I love the check of the map as well.
Yeah.
So, boys, you got any opinions on EFT? Good game or no? What about Greystone Warfare? Yeah, same.
So even wholesome, dumb moments like this are part of Gray Zone Warfare, and every move matters. Yeah, even the head nod kind of matters. All right. So what? Oh shit! Screenshots. So yeah, winners of the screenshot competitions. These are happening weekly. So this one is from, I can't read that. Darwix.
Darwix?
Isn't that Polish?
No.
So Darwix CZ, great screenshot. The next one.
Oh my.
Oh wow!
I actually saw that one. Yeah,
This one is
before,
so
This
sick.
one is good. Yeah.
So this is a little teaser of what to expect with the horde mode, you know, on the
Yeah.
custom servers, you know, like a World War Z kind of approach, you know. He's there, you know. Can you see him, the author? He's right. He's sitting right here. You know? All right. And the last one is from Tiberius. Yes, thank you. Nice. Yeah, the game looks fantastic, you know. So yeah. All right. Okay. What we want to do now is we are going to play for a bit. Johanny, you are going to be released. You know, like I know that you have more important things to do. But before you go, maybe we can look at some questions. I think that
we
the
can.
chat would probably not, you know, be very happy with me if I haven't read any of the questions for you.
I saw one about the laser in YBL, like when you enter the bunker.
Yeah.
There's like 2 locations in the game where we actually carved a hole in the landscape, and this blocks the laser. And it's like the most crazy bug ever, because actually we forgot to turn off the collision when we carved a hole in the landscape for the laser specifically. So these will be fixed in some later patch.
Nice.
I think 033.
My favorite thing was that somebody online in some comment section somewhere said, "Oh, this is crazy lore. You know, there are several locations where the lasers don't work because of the anomaly and everything. You know." And then you were on the stream like, "Oh no, it's a bug." You know?
Yeah, someone said it's in Midnight Sapphire, the other location.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So it will be fixed.
Here's a question about anti-cheat. Is there something that we can expect regarding improvements to anti-cheat system or something?
Yes,
Okay, let's.
secret.
Never a good thing to go into detail regarding
We're
this.
always doing something for security. We're always never mentioning anything about it because that could give a competitive edge to the other side.
So there you go, Grumpy Bear. That was your question. A question from Mr. Independence about the Vulture. There were some issues with Vulture spawns. Is that resolved?
Yeah. I don't know if it's in 032 or if it's in 33. Yeah, it's
3.3.
33.
There were
Yeah.
actually 3 issues, and they are all resolved now.
Yeah. And today I
for you
saw
guys
that
would be-
the committee was reporting that Vulture is available in PvE only for the latest faction that captured the cop. So
Yes, and it's 3-3.
yeah. So also this one.
Gartis45 is asking what's with the voices in the jungle I've been hearing. And
It's Ground Zero.
to that we say no comment. No
Stay-
comment, dude.
Spoiler.
No comment.
No comment.
Maybe the back, maybe Ground Zero. Who knew?
Are the devs going to allow 300 Blackout barrels to be installed on the M4 and the DDM4s? So I know that we are going to be supporting the barrel change on MCX because the MCX system also like allows you to do 5.56 barrels and so on. But I'm not the weapons guy to ask these questions, and
Yeah.
I promise you that over time we're once again going to bring in the designers who know everything there is to know about weapons, and all these very detailed questions are going to be answered there. One last question before we go to play, and that is, will there come customizable inventory so that you can name ammo boxes and crates? I don't know if you guys know this.
We mentioned it. It was in the backlog for 03, but it didn't make it because it's a small feature ultimately. It's
Yeah.
like quality of life, and we wanted to make like bigger changes. It sounds like a simple thing, but because you can drop boxes with a name on them,
Yeah.
we have to profanity filter the name
Oh yeah.
because
Well,
otherwise you could name the box
Not
not
just
nice things.
Not just that, but I will be honest. Sometimes in the donation box, I found some pretty interesting like pictograms or whatever. You know.
Oh, you
So,
can. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Devs are so
um,
creative to find ways to create content
Yeah,
in
I
your
mean,
game,
like,
even
if-
if there's not much for it. You know?
if the people have the option to draw a dick, they will do it. You know. So yeah, guys, we love you. Thank you for your questions. Me and Jacek are going to stay for a while, for like 30-40 minutes. We're going to play the game. Try
Apparently, I said
to
something
not die.
not true. Not boxes, backpacks.
Backpacks.
Yeah, containers.
Containers.
Because for the code, everything is a container. Sorry, I didn't mean that you can drop boxes.
Yeah. Thank you. So thank you for clarification. All right, Johanny. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time
Yeah.
and stopping by.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very educational as always.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. No? Well, enjoy your. See you on Monday.
See you
Yeah.
Monday then.
Next week, by the way, guys, you should know that we have a very high stakes team building.
Yes.
Our team buildings are different than any other company, I
Oh,
would
they're
say.
super fun, and it's
Not many people allow you to shoot your colleagues at the
especially
workplace,
your bosses.
especially your bosses. So we are going to be doing that, and we are kind of bosses. So our teams are going to be shooting us.
Yeah, in our QA we already have contests prepping for them, but it's censored.
Jacek. Yeah. So why I'm saying this is that on Tuesday and Wednesday we're going to be probably a little bit more tricky to get a hold of.
Yep.
And what we're going to do is also we're going to do a video report from this event so that you guys can see what we're going through and how we're actually becoming such a really cool team.